Hey guys, what's up? Toboloco here. Welcome to the Subscriber World Cup for October for Halloween. I'm hoping that you guys have had a good month. I hope that you guys, if you are celebrating Halloween, you're having a good one. So for October's edition of the Subscriber World Cup, we got a few nice teams here. I asked you guys to put 2-star teams or below, and a lot of you came through and gave us some good entries here. Sadly, a few people missed out because they didn't get the memo. They just commented saying like, oh yeah, you know, like France or something like that, and it's like, no dude, that's not a 2-star team. Just the one Subscriber World Cup today for Halloween, as well, we had enough people to fill out one, but we didn't have enough people to fill out two, which is slightly disappointing. So let's go through the names and the teams then. So in Group A, Moldova is represented by Rory. Yemen is represented by Mr. Vinny. Puerto Rico represented by Papata8. Vietnam represented by Diamond and Saint Mark 2004. In Group B, we have Thailand represented by SRE Penthouses, Cambodia represented by Zion Molina, Curacao represented by Ryan Bromhead, Sudan represented by Madman E. In Group C, the Philippines is represented by 3 people, Cutter Historical, Guest 1337 and JC Eurovision Fan. Mozambique is also a double entry with Forest Fanatic Sean and Alex Bitzada representing that nation. Gambia is represented by Miss Video Games. Kyrgyzstan is represented by F-Man Toveni. I hope I said that right. In Group D, we have 2 people representing San Marino, Liquid and Peter Schwartz. Turkmenistan represented by Seth 02189. Maldives represented by Sahaf 19. Papua New Guinea represented by Johns Casa. In Group E, Malta is represented by Wasteland Wanderer and Isaac Vea. North Korea is represented by Tanya Kernahan, Luxembourg represented by Patrick, the coolest fan, and Jordan represented by Cuthbert McVeigh. In Group F, we have India represented by 2 people, Bryant Jimenez and Wasabi 1982-1, Sierra Leone represented by Adrian D. Rivera, Faroe Islands represented by Bobby Clark left leg, and Malawi represented by Footy Predictions. British Virgin Islands in Group G represented by Luke the German, and the US Virgin Islands represented by Arsenal Ball. Tahiti represented by Mario Marroquin, and Estonia represented by the Eston. And finally, in Group H, Lesotho is represented by Lahaf Soto. El Salvador represented by Not So Live. Indonesia represented by Danica Held 2295. And Bahrain represented by Hamlet. So you all know who you are. Again, I'm sorry to the people that missed out on this one. There were a few legitimate entries that missed out, and there were a few that obviously, like I said at the start, people just picked France and stuff like that. It's like, okay, but that's just how it is. I'm afraid I just didn't have enough to fill out a second Subscriber World Cup, unfortunately. Alright then, so I'm going to simulate all these games in the group stages, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright then, so the simulation is over. Let's have a look and see what happened in the Subscriber World Cup for this one. So, Moldova in Group A have won it, with Puerto Rico going through in second place. Group B sees Thailand go through with 9 points, so perfect there. And Sudan pipping Curacao to that second place spot. In Group C, Philippines and Kyrgyzstan share the points, 7 points each to go through in Group C. In Group D, we have Papua New Guinea, top of that one, with the Maldives going through as well. San Marino and Turkmenistan going home. Group E, Malta were perfect, with North Korea going through in second place. Luxembourg and Jordan missing out on that one. Group F, Sierra Leone and the Faroe Islands go through in Group F, with India getting eliminated. In Group G, Estonia and Tahiti went through, both Virgin Islands going home. And in Group H, very interestingly, Lesotho and Bahrain went through, but Indonesia and El Salvador got the same amount of points, but were probably eliminated on goal difference or head-to-head or something like that. But yeah, that is mental, that group at the bottom, which sets up a round of 16 between Moldova and Sudan, Philippines and Maldives, Thailand and Puerto Rico, Papua New Guinea and Kyrgyzstan. We have Malta versus the Faroe Islands, Estonia versus Bahrain, Sierra Leone versus North Korea, and Lesotho versus Tahiti. So it's uncallable right now, absolutely uncallable. So let's see what will happen in the simulations then. So first up, we have Moldova versus Sudan and Philippines versus Maldives. Let's simulate those games and find out what happens. So the first game here, it was 2-2 between Moldova and Sudan. So we won't know until the next round who actually goes through. Okay, so we're left in a bit of suspense. Philippines versus Maldives. Let's simulate that one and see who goes through. It was 3-0 to the Philippines. Okay, so quite an easy game there for them. All right, moving on to the second round of 16 matches. Thailand versus Puerto Rico and Papua New Guinea versus Kyrgyzstan. Let's simulate those two and find out. So Thailand beat Puerto Rico 2-0 and Papua New Guinea beat Kyrgyzstan 2-1. Okay, cool. Malta versus the Faroe Islands now, and Estonia versus Bahrain. Okay, these games are literally uncallable. I just wouldn't know. Like, you know, even if the team is slightly above with like their star rating, they can still lose. Like, the randomization process is always like this. Malta beating the Faroe Islands by 2-0. Here comes Estonia and Bahrain. Let's see what their game is like. Let's go back and have a look. It was 3-1 to Estonia. Well done, Estonia, for winning that one. All right, so final games of the round of 16. We have Sierra Leone versus North Korea and Lesotho versus Tahiti. Simulate those two. 3-3 between Sierra Leone and North Korea. That is crazy. That would have been a hell of a game. So presumably that went to pens, so we won't know who goes through until after I do the simulation. Lesotho versus Tahiti. Again, who will win it? Let's have a look. Game's thinking about it. Like, super thinking about it. Did it freeze? Okay, alright. It gave Tahiti a 2-1 win. Okay, cool. Well done to Tahiti there. So next up then we have Malta versus Estonia and Moldova versus the Philippines. And in the other one we have Sierra Leone versus Tahiti and Thailand versus Papua New Guinea. It's getting interesting now. So let's see what happens between Malta and Estonia. Let's simulate that one. And Estonia won by 3-1. Next up we have Moldova versus the Philippines. Let's see what happens in this one. I think Moldova might win it, maybe. No, it was the Philippines. Okay. Whoa, I underestimated them. Okay. They are slightly stronger than what I remember them to be. Sierra Leone versus Tahiti next. Simulate that one and find out who goes through. It was Tahiti. Tahiti are having a great run. Like, for an Oceania team, that is, yeah, very good. Very, very good. And here we go. Thailand versus Papua New Guinea. Maybe another Oceania team can go through, or will it be Thailand? Let's have a look and see. Again, it's thinking about it. It takes ages when it gets into this part. Like, it never used to do it. It always did it this way. I think it was Thailand that won, but let's see the confirmation. 3-1. So in the semi-final then, we have the Philippines versus Estonia and Thailand versus Tahiti. This could be good. This could be a very good World Cup final that we are definitely going to watch, considering it's only, you know, the one subscriber World Cup. So, yeah. All right, let's simulate. Philippines versus Estonia. Let's go. And it was, oh my goodness, the Philippines have reached the final. Unbelievable. That's an incredible result. What a run by the Philippines here. And next up we have Thailand versus Tahiti. Let's see, who will it be? I reckon maybe Tahiti might extend their run. Will they do it? Will they? The game's thinking about it. No, it was Thailand. So we have an all-Asian showdown. Thailand versus the Philippines in the Subscriber World Cup final. Let's just get confirmation on the Estonia versus Tahiti game. Let's have a look and see what happens in that one. Again, it's thinking about it, taking its sweet time. Oh my goodness. I just saw that Tahiti won by 2-0. Okay, so before we get into the final then, let's have a look at your final tournament tree. A lot of good games there, especially the Sierra Leone versus North Korea game. That was incredible by Sierra Leone and North Korea as well. But more importantly, we have Tahiti and Estonia finishing 4th and 3rd. So Estonia finished 4th. That was the Eston with 4th place. Well done to you. Almost did it, but lost against Philippines in the semi-final and lost against Tahiti in the 3rd place playoff. Tahiti, on the other hand, was represented by Mario Marroquin. Well done for finishing 3rd with Tahiti. Especially, I know it's only smaller teams, but you know, you don't really expect Tahiti to beat some of these nations because, well, you know, Tahiti aren't really that brilliant. So next up we have Philippines versus Thailand World Cup, Subscriber World Cup final. I'm hoping it's a good final. Let's go and watch it. So here we go then. The Subscriber World Cup final for Halloween is the Philippines versus Thailand. This is a very interesting Subscriber World Cup final. So the Philippines is represented by Cutter Historical, Guest 1337 and JC Eurovision Fan. Thailand is represented by SRE Penthouses. So best of luck to all of you that are involved. And let the match begin. Well, that final probably had to be one of the worst finals in Subscriber World Cup history. Both teams just ended up passing it around for about 60 minutes. I can't believe I actually sat here and watched it all. Alright, so the extra time period was again more of the same. So thankfully we are here at penalties. So here we go then. Let's see who wins. Philippines step up. And nice penalty by Young Husband, 1-0. Thailand step up for their first penalty. It's Nutnam. Down the middle he goes. That's 1-1. Okay. Well, at least both sides have scored. Here comes the other Young Husband. Stutters. And, oh, that's a good pen. Very good pen. And that is 2-1. Dangda with the second penalty for Thailand. Can he put it in? He can. He went the same way. I think they're just copying each other right now. Okay, Kalidong with the third penalty for the Philippines. Steps up. And that is a nice penalty again. A couple of good penalties there from the Philippines. Thailand, will they do the same? He steps up. And, oh, he's blasted it over the bar. Thailand have missed one. Okay, Moulders could capitalise on it. And he does the same. They're literally copying each other. They literally are. Here comes Suka with the penalty for Thailand. And that is a terrible pen. That is a terrible penalty. So now here comes Gia with the chance to win the Subscriber World Cup for the Philippines in October. This will mean that 3 people will win it. And he's done it. He has done it. The Philippines have won the Subscriber World Cup for Halloween. Well done. And it took a penalty shootout to separate them and Thailand. Unbelievable. And, well, that means then that the Philippines have won, obviously. And Cutter Historical, Guest 1337 and JC Eurovision Fan, you 3 are the winners, the shared winners of the Subscriber World Cup for October. Well done. Commiserations to Thailand as well. SRE Penthouses, commiserations to you. You did so well to get to the final. It's just that, you know, penalties are a lottery, and unfortunately the penalties weren't very good. But still, to get to the final is pretty incredible nonetheless. And thank you for all of you guys for playing in the Subscriber World Cup for Halloween or October. yeah, not many people played this time round. I'm hoping for more people in November. I mean, it happens, you know. It doesn't matter if people want to play or not. I just roll with it every month, no matter how much numbers we get on it. You know, whether it's like just 1 subscriber World Cup or 3 subscriber World Cups we do in one video. It's all cool. So yeah, thank you as always for you guys' support, and just to say that November is anyone. You can pick anyone you want in November. But yeah, this has been Toboloco. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, then please give it a like and subscribe. Keep it loco as always, and I'll see you again for the next video.